Baby dolls, I heard some amazing fake FUD today. Apparently, there's a rumor going around that I am selling all my pDAI at 25 cents. And I remember where that number came from. And I know where the FUDs come from as well. The FUDs obviously a bunch of bullshit. I don't know if you guys watched or listened to my whole conversation about that. I was very, very specific with the words. I said, based off the unknown information today, based off all of that unknown information, based off the odds, based off Richard Hart's tweets and everything, you compute them all together. If pDAI was 20 to 25 cents, I think that's fair. So that's a fair chance. There's no point to be long. It's at fair value. There's no extra alpha at that point. And that's based off today. And then I went on to say as well, if you listen, I said, I guarantee you, as the price goes up, there will be new information that raises the odds anyway. So you don't get a world where a price, for example, we are not going to get a world where it just goes up to 25 cents and nothing's happened. There will be more on-chain movements, more weird tweets, more strange things, more bridges opening up, more. There'll be a lot of more things by the time you get there. And I almost guarantee if we did get there, it will be looking like a dollar is like sure at that point. And it will still feel like it's still cheap. So that's why I want to share that with you because obviously, friends, look, I get it, man. Like everyone's got to compute stuff. There's different words, but you can't borrow conviction. I've seen people make up every single weird stuff. They mid-curve themselves out of stuff. They go, yes or no. This person's buying. This person's selling. Like, it's in the midst of the chaos, man. You don't get certainty and reliability from other people out there. But remember, if you're dealing with these odds as well, it's based off info you know today. So remember, there's so much uncertainty. I was making an example saying, look, like there's think about Grok, right? 50% chance it's Richard, and then 50% chance he can peg it. That's what it's saying. Do the odds on that. It's basically saying fair value is 25 cents. Okay, that's what it's saying today. Well, I guarantee you though, if pDAI is 20 cents, Ethereum is not 1,800 like it is now. All right? Maybe the odds of the pDAI peg has something to do with Ethereum's price. Maybe if pDAI is 20 cents, maybe Ethereum's price is like $7,000 up here. So if Ethereum's price, so this is pDAI, right? If pDAI, let's say it is 20 cents. If Ethereum is $7,000, now you've got to compute, all right, how much money would I need for this thing? I'm just using an example out here. So you're basically, like, let's say you need 10K. Yeah. And then you're thinking, okay, what are the odds Ethereum gets to $10,000 and doesn't stop right here at 7,000? That's a totally different game to where we are now. Right now, Ethereum is 1,800. You see what I mean? It's at 1,800. So the odds are different. And the odds, everyone's just making it up over time. So I know with this fake FUD and all this stuff comes out, people don't get it. They're not listening. So people just hear what they want to hear. So if you're bearish, you want to look for doubt everywhere. And I say, dude, like I've told everyone, it's uncertain. If there was certainty, the price would be higher. Or you think you're a genius and you're smarter than the market. You're not smarter than the market. There is this, the price is not even 1 cent precisely because there is all this uncertainty. If the price went up, there's higher odds computed out here. So putting it all together, you get a different perspective on stuff out here. And like, here's just another thing. Right? I want to share this with you, man. Like, friends, on May 9th, 2023, MakerDAO released sDAI, Spark Protocol. You just hold sDAI and then you earn yield in it, in the background. You just earn yield. Just like the staked Ethereum, right? 1 day later, Richard Hart takes a snapshot of Pulse Chain. So it's very obvious. He was waiting for the sDAI. He was waiting for it. Next day, takes a snapshot. Okay. A day after that, the Vietnamese kid exploiter wallet mints pDAI on chain as a transaction. Now, obviously, I wrote Vietnamese kid as a joke because if you get it, right? So yes, there was, friends, we have a transaction. There's no explanation for that still. What is your explanation for a wallet minting pDAI 2 days before launch? What's the explanation? They have no explanation. So this is what humans do. They come across this info, they completely blank it out, and they just continue with their own FUD stuff because they're looking at the price so much. They're looking at the price. That's what it is. They completely negate that. Yeah. I think that's not random, by the way. And then look at this. 2 days later, PulseX launches. That was the logo, by the way. PulseX had one logo. This was one altcoin. pDAI. That was it. The pink and blue ring put aside. You always have doubts and concerns. A train. What happened if the plan to peg failed? We go to zero. What happens if BlackRock doesn't like BTC anymore and starts selling everything? It goes to zero. BTC. Now you might say, oh, it doesn't really go to zero. Yeah, but it drops 85 to 90%. And you have significantly crushed buying power. You know? What if the plan to do Ethereum's merge failed? Okay, Ethereum pretty much almost goes to zero. It failed, dunked. That's the same thing with all these. You don't have this certainty. It's not, you don't definitely know. All right? But you do know something though. Does any market ever go down all price and just stay there forever? No, it eventually moves off. I know if you're looking at Hex and PulseX core coins, it looks like they are moving back. You know, eventually these things move off. They're computing higher odds and lower odds. The market is pricing stuff, you know, over time. Shout out to my friend, Mr. Boss Pico. You make some amazing art, sir. Meow. This is Vitalik walking along with his cute robo doggy. And so, you have to remember, we're computing these odds and looking at all these. I know it's tough. It is tough. But it's worth it. Because the upside's so big if you're right. Huge. It's not like you're buying Bitcoin, oh, maybe I'll get like a 2x. It's not that. It's way, way, way more. You know, things like what? 600x to $1 now or something. If we got there. And yeah, like I'll tell you, right? Yeah, based off today. So if you teleported the price to 20 cents today, I sell. Because there's no edge anymore. There's literally no edge. There's no, oh, it's at 20 cents. But why I say that, fans, you don't get that, dude. It doesn't just like, when we go to, if pDAI gets to 1 cent, there's more information that comes out. If it gets to 3 cents, there's more. If it gets to 5 to 10 cents, there's like way, way, way more. There'll be like oracles fixed. There'll be more advantages just to be in Pulse Chain. We might have like random, friends, you don't know, like maybe big exchanges tweet something like a pDAI or something. You know what I mean? Like they might, you never know, maybe CZ just drops the word. He just says the word pulse or pegged or something. You know what I mean? Like things happen where you're like, oh crap, this is bigger than I thought. Right? And then you're increasing your odds as that happens as well. That's why it's impossible. You don't get that world where you just wake up, the market's brought up to this, and it's the same current uncertain information, right? And remember, I've shown you, man, Ethereum has had the worst Q1 performance in history. 3 red months in a row. It actually has had 4 in a row. December, January, February, March. Wow. Ethereum. And worst Q1. So it might have a problem of too much soy. Thank you to the baby doll who did this picture. This is an amazing, amazing picture. Thank you very much for this sticker pack. But it's the Fugazi, friends. If Ethereum has these 4 red monthly candles that we've seen, that printed, okay? If Ethereum had those, I know, man, I've been in the game. All the red story narratives are Fugazi. Even though they're really compelling. There's factual evidence and they're really compelling, but they are Fugazi. They just ended up working themselves out somehow. You sound like a stupid naive boo for even thinking like that. So these 4 red monthly candles only happens in bear markets, right? Hopefully crypto turns around to the upside. It's been 4 years, right, for ETH BTC. That's another hard pill to swallow, friends. ETH BTC is down after 4 years, bro, 73%. But then it makes you think, man. It makes you think, like, how is an unbacked stablecoin, pDAI, which is meant to be the first native stablecoin of Pulse Chain, how are you defying odds? You shouldn't. You shouldn't even exist. That's what I'm thinking about. So you have a perspective of this stuff out here, friends. It's very tough to do things like this, right? It's kind of like, imagine we go back to 2022. Yeah. Let's say, oh, you believe in Bitcoin? Okay, sweet. Let's say Bitcoin's price is 20K. Remember, there's no ETF yet. You don't even know BlackRock's buying. Bitcoin is 20K. Imagine someone said, okay, there's liquidations everywhere. Everyone says Bitcoin's a scam. I want to give you $400,000 for your BTC. Are you going to sell it? Think about it. Are you going to sell it? Most people would, of course. You go, well, based off, there's no extra growth. Remember, Donald Trump hasn't come in yet. Donald Trump, friends, is not elected yet. Donald Trump hasn't done any strategic reserve. It's just Bitcoin's 20K and someone says, I want to give you $400,000 for it. Would you take it? Of course you'd take it. Now you might say, oh, but you're not a real believer. But I'm trying to remove that part. I'm trying to look at information asymmetry, computing the odds based on information we know today. That's what we're trying to look at. So obviously the number is such a big teleport gap. It's so far away. It's an interesting thought experiment. The whole reason why I even said that I would get out of pDAI at 20 to 25 cents based off today is the only reason I said that is to just convey to people listening that there is, even though it looks retarded, there is a rhyme and a reason and a pattern to thinking about these. Yeah. And I even said, even if you're the biggest hater, there are many of it, right? They're literally dozens and dozens, hundreds and thousands of haters of it. Okay, man, I think there's still prices too cheap. You're giving yourself a 0% chance to be wrong. What if there's like a 30% chance you're wrong? That means the price is looking at right. What if everyone else is wrong and thinking about the same way? That's what I'm getting at. A lot of people just focused on, not everyone, just like a few people, focused on the whole, oh, he would sell at a certain theoretical price. Friends, don't listen to these people, bro. I can already name you, they know who you are. I can already name you, fans, like 24 people pretty much. You know them in the community. They're going to jeet their p-hex around 10 cents. All right? Don't get sucked into these people. Friends, literally, everyone's talking their book, all right? People on the sidelines, when they see anybody long anything, because they're scared themselves, they're like, oh, this guy just wants a bag to go up. This guy just wants a bag to go up. Bro, just shut up, okay? Friends, literally, they're bag buyers too, okay? They are not long. They want the thing to go down. They don't want it to go up because they feel like a bitch because they didn't put anything in. It's called the hated rally. Remember that? Your friend Sommi specialty. I've told you about that. The Disbelief Rally. It's literally called the Disbelief Rally for a reason. You know that, friends, from the Wall Street cheat sheet, which I'll bring up for you as well. The Disbelief Rally, when they come, friends, I tell you, I live for these Disbelief Rallies, okay? Disbelief Rally. This is a sucker's rally, okay? So where the Disbelief Rally comes? It comes in the normal stock market because people disbelieve because the data for the economy is still bad now, but the market starts going up. And people hate it because the data's bad now, but people are front running the future. So they're saying, why are you going up? This is a stupid rally. The economy still crashed. It's still bad. It shouldn't be going up. And that's where you have the Disbelief Rally. They're like, I can't believe it's going up with the broken economy. Yeah. There might be a stupid coin. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know, friends. We don't know. Okay. These things are volatile, but wouldn't it be funny if we get a Disbelief Rally in pDAI? It would be very funny. Because everyone will be like, why are you going up? You're a broken, infinitely minted coin. You shouldn't be going up. You see that? And then people just reveal to you their book. You know? That's the game. That's the game of markets. But you could describe these in many, many ways. Just, man, with an ETH BTC down 75%, if your coin's able to make and do that pDAI chart, man, something's going on. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.